Hi there. Thanks for joining me. I'm Chris Liddle, and my presentation is on stress management and how it relates to exercise. Anxiety and stress versus physical fitness. Stress management and fitness are directly related. There is a minimum level of physical activity that needs to occur in order for it to help with stress, but it can start anywhere from 5 minutes and go up from there. The big thing is that your positive results will increase with an increase in activity or intensity. Now, one of the ways to calm your nerves, calm down stress, is yoga, and primarily it's because of the breathing exercises. So, one of our activities that we'll do later on is going to be a breathing exercise, a very basic one with counts of 4 breathing in and out through the nose. With stimulation of the brain, when you stimulate different areas of the brain, it reduces stress. Now, essentially, it does this because one area of your brain is focusing on what's stressing you, but the area of your brain that focuses on exercise is somewhere else. So you're taking the attention away from the stress in a way. And physical activity is your way to stimulate that opposite area of the brain. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and my way, what I did just over a year ago, is I had a lot of stress happening. There's stuff with like relationships, with condo board, with work, everything. Home value going down quite a bit because of a foreclosure. So I just started going to spin classes. And the picture there is me. I'm actually an instructor now at one of the studios in Edmonton. But I found out firsthand that exercise helps a lot with stress. Like, cleans the slate essentially, makes you more ambitious, makes you feel more unstoppable. It really does work, and I can say that firsthand from my own experience. So, with the yoga breathing exercise, it's a Samvriti equal breathing. So, you inhale for a count of 4, and you exhale for a count of 4. And all breathing is to occur through the nose. So if you're like me, you might have a lot of hair in your nose and you might need to clear that out, but I think I'm good to go. So we're going to try it. We're going to do counts of 4 in our inhale and counts of 4 in our exhale, and I'll count with my fingers because I can't talk while I breathe. We're going to run through it twice, and we're going to find out how we feel after. So if you have something that you have to get to later in the day, see if this helps calm you down. If you have something that's bothering you, let's see if this calms you down. So, I'm sitting on a yoga mat. I'd recommend it. Get comfortable. And just take a few breaths. Get yourself ready for this. Alright, we're going to start. So, inhale. Now, generally, I would do yoga for mobility. Like, you get tight muscles and you want to stretch them out, and yoga is a way to do that. But there's a lot of breathing technique that's implemented into it, and the more yoga you do, the more you'll learn. And that's why I chose this as an example, because it's such a basic exercise to get into. It's so simple. And the breathing exercise you can do at home, you can do that at work. Like, if somebody's just on your nerves, something as simple as zoning in and just focusing on those counts of 4 in and out, that can help quite a bit. And it's part of exercise. It's part of disciplining your body to do a certain movement for your own betterment. So, with the yoga breathing in and breathing out, as you get more advanced, some people will do bigger counts. They'll be able to retain their breath for longer, go slower, and that's just how you move up in the advanced cases. And just like everything else, like, you're always going to be able to step it up a notch as you progress further and get more skilled at it. So, what does yoga breathing exercises do? What does it actually do? It calms the nerves. So if you're nervous for something, if you're fired up, if you're stressed, it calms you down, and it does that by increasing your focus. So instead of worrying about the next 4 things that you have to do, you can focus on the first thing that you have to do. So for me, I lead a busy lifestyle. I work 3 jobs, I do these classes, I've been doing the course for CanFit Pro as well. And sometimes I get stressed and overwhelmed. So breathing in and breathing out helps me focus. So right now my main focus is this assignment. And if not for yoga breathing, if not for the physical fitness that I do, it would be a lot tougher to get that focus. So by being more focused, by being more calm in these situations, it reduces your stress. And we can really do it anywhere, like your car, your workplace, whether you're in a desk or in a forklift, doesn't matter. Our next thing we're going to talk about is fibromyalgia, and that's essentially like an ongoing pain that you can suffer from. And there's many ways to treat it, but one of the ways that's been proven is aerobic exercise. It's been shown to reduce the negative effects, and the proof of it is reduced pain, dolorimetry of sensitive areas. So that's looking at particular areas for pain. Ergometer test. VAS registrations of sleep interruption. So you're getting a more sound sleep with more aerobic exercise. And it's not just because you're more tired and more likely to sleep, it's because your mind is more clear. Just like we did with the breathing exercises, my mind is more clear, so I'm more likely to be sound asleep rather than restlessly sleeping. Your level of energy is higher. So for example, I taught a spin class at 10:45 this morning, and I'm a lot more energetic than I would have been otherwise. Your depression levels are much, much lower. And so it's all these factors that help to treat with fibromyalgia. It's something that is tough to deal with, and aerobic exercise helps a lot. Now, methods of fitness. There's a lot of different ways to be fit. You can do CrossFit, you can do yoga, you can do anything. Like running, just something as simple as putting on a pair of good shoes and just going for a run counts. And while the different methods will reward your body differently, as long as you're doing one of these things, you're on track. You're on the right track. Yoga was our example because it's so basic, it's so simple, it's so attainable. All you need is a mat. You can look it up on YouTube, you can do it at your house. You don't always have to go to a studio, you don't need a lot of equipment. You don't have to be extremely self-confident to do it. So it's something that anybody that just wants to be less stressed can do. And it'll bring peace to the body. Aerobic exercise will enhance mood and decrease stress. So yoga being one of those aerobic exercises could do that. Intensity of the exercise. So a lot of people might think, well, what about high intensity? Well, the higher intensity, sometimes the more the payout. And so if your body is ready, push for that bigger benefit, but don't hurt yourself. And the conclusion is really take care of your body and mind. When you take care of yourself physically, it helps you out mentally. Find your way to be active, whether it's running, CrossFit, yoga, anything. Any activity is a good activity. Physical and mental well-being are directly connected. Thank you for watching my presentation.